the Lakers about to pull off the most calculated roster move of the season, or are they chasing shadows while sitting pretty at 15-4? There's a peculiar electricity crackling through the corridors of Crypto.com Arena right now, the kind that makes general managers fidget in their leather chairs and agents start refreshing their phones compulsively. The Los Angeles Lakers, perched comfortably at second in the Western Conference with a gleaming 15-4 record, should be basking in the glow of their 7-game winning streak. They should be celebrating the offensive symphony conducted by Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. They should be content, but contentment? That's not the Lakers' way. That's never been the Lakers' way. Despite DeAndre Ayton's seamless integration into J.J. Redick's system, despite the franchise-altering acquisition of Doncic meshing beautifully with their core, despite LeBron James orchestrating from the shadows, the front office remains restless. Their eyes? Fixed firmly on Dallas Mavericks big man Daniel Gafford, a player who represents something far more intriguing than mere statistical upgrades. He represents chemistry, proven synergy, and perhaps most critically, insurance against the fragility that has haunted their front court for years. Brett Siegel of Clutch Points recently dropped a bombshell that sent ripples through the basketball intelligence community. Coincidentally enough, one of the teams with strong interest in Gaffford dating back to last season is the Los Angeles Lakers, sources said. Could we see a reunion between Luka Doncic and Gaffford in Los Angeles in February? That question isn't rhetorical, it's strategic warfare disguised as journalism. The Gaffford equation. More than numbers on a spreadsheet, let's dissect what Daniel Gafford brings to the table, because this isn't about his 9.4 points and 6.5 rebounds per game. Those numbers tell you nothing about the man's value proposition. This is about the intangibles, the chemistry forged in the crucible of Dallas playoff runs, the instinctive understanding of how Doncic operates in the pick and roll. Gafford shoots an absurd 61.7% from the field this season, pedestrian by his career 70.1% standard, but still elite territory. More importantly, he's an athletic marvel who thrives in vertical spacing, a lob threat who doesn't need plays drawn up for him, just timing and trust. When Doncic had the ball in Dallas, Gafford knew exactly where to be, when to cut, when to roll, when to slip screens. That's not coaching, that's telepathy developed through repetition. Eric Beeston of Bleacher Report nailed it. Gafford is an excellent shooter from the field with a career average of 70.1. His 9.4 points, 6.5 assists, and 1.4 assists will not blow anyone away, but the current Maverick is a former teammate of Luka Doncic, so he knows how to play with the superstar and face of the Lakers' future. But here's where the analysis gets spicy. Gafford brings defensive versatility that Ayton, for all his improvements, simply cannot match. Gafford's rim protection isn't about blocked shots. It's about deterrence, about altering trajectories, about making opposing guards think twice before attacking the paint. In today's switch-heavy defensive schemes, that mobility matters exponentially more than traditional shot-blocking statistics suggest. DeAndre Ayton arrived in Los Angeles with the weight of being a former number 1 overall pick and the baggage of unfulfilled potential. To his credit, he's been exactly what the Lakers needed: a competent rim runner, a functional pick-and-roll partner, a body that can absorb minutes without catastrophic defensive breakdowns. But competent and functional don't win championships. Not in a conference where Nikola Jokic exists, where Victor Wembanyama is evolving into a defensive nightmare, where Anthony Davis, oh wait, he's in New Orleans now, where elite big men still dictate playoff series. Ayton's current knee injury is more than just a medical update, it's a flashing warning sign. Throughout his 7-year career, he's played in less than 70% of regular season games. That's not durability, that's a ticking time bomb. The Lakers learned this lesson the hard way with Anthony Davis for years, watching championship windows crack while their star big man received treatment. The front office's continued interest in Gafford, despite Ayton's solid performance, speaks volumes. It suggests they view Ayton as a placeholder rather than a cornerstone, a bridge rather than a destination. That's harsh, perhaps, but championship organizations don't operate on sentimentality, they operate on calculated risk assessment. And the risk assessment on Ayton? Concerning at best. the financial gymnastics, making $18 million fit here's where Rob Pelinka earns his salary. Acquiring Gafford's $18+ million contract isn't a simple matter of desire. It's a complex puzzle of matching salaries, navigating luxury tax implications, and potentially sacrificing depth for top-end talent. The Lakers would likely need to package multiple rotation players to make the mathematics work. Names like Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, or even Marcus Smart could be on the table. Each represents a different strategic sacrifice: Hachimura's versatility, Hayes' youth and athleticism, Smart's defensive intensity and veteran leadership. But championship teams make uncomfortable decisions. They trade good players for great fits. They sacrifice depth for elite synergy. The 2008 Celtics traded for Kevin Garnett. The 2019 Raptors acquired Kawhi Leonard. The 2020 Lakers, well, they already had their pieces, but you get the point. The question isn't whether the Lakers can afford Gafford, it's whether they can afford not to pursue him if Dallas makes him available. While trade rumors swirl, the on-court product has been nothing short of spectacular. Luka Doncic is averaging a league-leading 35.1 points per game alongside 8.7 rebounds, 9.2 assists, and 1.7 steals. Those aren't just numbers. They're a statement of dominance, a declaration that his best basketball wasn't left in Dallas, but rather unleashed in Los Angeles. Dan Woik of The Athletic captured the historic nature of LA's recent performances. Doncic scored 34, and Reeves had 33, the two becoming just the fourth set of teammates to score 30-plus in 3 straight games. Austin Reeves' ascension has been equally remarkable. Career highs across the board: 28.8 points, 5.8 rebounds, 6.8 assists on 52% shooting. The 27-year-old has transformed from a scrappy undrafted success story into a legitimate all-star candidate and max contract recipient in waiting. His chemistry with Doncic isn't manufactured, it's organic, instinctive, the kind of basketball telepathy that can't be coached. LeBron James, playing a reduced role at 16.5 points per game across just 4 appearances, remains the gravitational center around which everything orbits. His presence alone warps defensive schemes, creates spacing, and provides the veteran leadership that championship teams require in April and May. The timing of these trade rumors isn't coincidental. Dallas is teetering on the edge of organizational chaos, their championship aspirations crumbling faster than anyone predicted. When contenders collapse, vultures circle, and the Lakers are apex predators in the NBA ecosystem. Gafford, stuck on a sinking ship, represents the kind of asset desperate teams liquidate. His value to Dallas has diminished as their playoff hopes fade, but his value to a contender like Los Angeles? Exponentially higher. That's the arbitrage opportunity championship front offices exploit. The Mavericks' misery creates a seller's desperation that could drive Gafford's price down to reasonable levels. Los Angeles wouldn't need to mortgage their future, just offer enough to make Dallas's rebuild slightly less painful. The elephant in the room: Gafford's injury history. He's played 70-plus games just 3 times in his career, battling numerous lower body issues. Trading Ayton's injury concerns for Gafford's doesn't eliminate risk, it redistributes it. But here's the critical distinction. Gafford's injuries haven't been catastrophic structural failures. They've been nagging, manageable issues that proper load management and sports science can mitigate. Ayton's knee problems? Those carry the specter of long-term degeneration, the kind that ends careers prematurely. Championship teams don't avoid risk. They calculate which risks offer the best reward-to-danger ratio. Gafford's upside in a Lakers uniform, particularly alongside Doncic, justifies the health gamble in ways that Ayton's ceiling simply doesn't. As we hurtle toward the February trade deadline, every game becomes both a showcase and an audition. The Lakers are proving they can win at an elite level with their current roster, but can win and will win are separated by the thinnest of margins in playoff basketball. Adding Gafford wouldn't just improve the roster, it would send a psychological shockwave through the Western Conference. It would signal that Los Angeles isn't satisfied with regular season success, that they're building specifically for the postseason gauntlet where chemistry, versatility, and proven partnerships matter most. The reunion between Doncic and Gafford wouldn't just be nostalgic, it would be strategic brilliance, leveraging existing chemistry to accelerate integration and maximize playoff readiness. So, what's the answer? Should the Lakers pull the trigger on a Gaffford trade, or trust the roster that's delivered a 15-4 record and 7-game winning streak? The truth lies somewhere in the uncomfortable middle ground where championship decisions always reside. The current roster is excellent, genuinely excellent, but excellent doesn't guarantee championships. The margins between conference finals exits and championship parades are razor thin, often decided by matchup-specific advantages and depth that holds up through injury attrition. Gafford represents insurance, upside, and proven chemistry. He's not a savior, but he might be the difference between a second-round exit and a finals appearance. In a league where the Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Suns all pose legitimate threats, that difference matters immensely. The Lakers should pursue Gafford aggressively, but not desperately. Set a price ceiling, refuse to mortgage future flexibility, but absolutely explore every avenue to make this reunion happen. Championship windows don't stay open forever, and when you have a 26-year-old superstar in Doncic playing at an MVP level, you maximize that window with every tool available. What do you think? Is Gafford the missing piece, or should the Lakers ride with Ayton and their current chemistry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're as fired up about this potential move as we are, smash that like button. The trade deadline is approaching fast, and we'll be breaking down every rumor, every move, every strategic decision as the Lakers chase championship number 18. Don't miss a single update.